Well, hello there. Yeah, I know. We're here and we're glad to be here. Look a little rough around the edges, but actually we're quite good and quite happy to be here as always. And this is our joy, really. I mean, it sounds odd, I know, but it is. This that we do right now is our joy. And there was nothing, no noises, nothing for a long time. And the minute I started recording, ding, ding, dong, 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 dong. Probably don't even hear them, but I just live in them. Um, what are we going to talk about? The reality here is that God is good. We've already said that so many times. But I was just thinking of, you know, we attempt to figure out what is good and what is evil, and we don't have the paperwork for that. It just doesn't work. We may think this is a good thing, and then when we get into it, it's not a good thing at all. It's a terrible thing. We should run very far from this thing. But then the next thing will be a good thing, right? I'd rather let God order those steps. I tell you. But let's have a look for a minute at something. I was thinking, well, we've been doing a few things, but we haven't done a meditation for a while, so we should do one. And this one is very simple. It's called moving into obedience. And what you do is, well, you can close your eyes or not. I'm not going to. But I'm going to move through those steps with you. The first step is it's like going down 5 steps and going outside. You're leaving your house, but you're on the porch. And so it's kind of a moving from one place to another. So the first step is surrendering all things. So you do that, and you just let it sit for a minute. People go, do I need to surrender that to God? Just surrender all things. Okay, so we've done that. Next thing is surrender, release all his fathers. Just let that sit for a minute. And the next thing is, on that next step is very simply just willing to be willing in God's will. Let me say it again, willing to be willing in God's will. Oh, yeah, that feels good, doesn't it? 2 more steps. It's funny. 5 steps out, but it works. On the fourth step, you acknowledge your place, owned, loved, cared for, concerned over, and guided by God. Let that sit for a minute. And as you step on to step 5, it's like you're just about there. All that really has to be said here is God, guide me. Really guide me. And then in faith, take the first step. Give that one a go. You might enjoy that. Never know. You need to get a hold of me. It's eric@starthealing.me. That's right, eric@starthealing.me. And you send me a link. No, you send me, I send you a link. I know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it backwards. Okay, you send me an email. I send you a link. That link leads to an appointment. That appointment leads to 15, 20, 30 minutes, whatever happens. And we get to know each other. Maybe I'm part of your healing puzzle. Let's find out. Please subscribe if you're finding these interesting, and please like. Thank you. So, nice supper, heading for a bath. Been an interesting day of, politics and wonder in the vast universe that nobody knows about. Probably nobody ever will. And they, of course, go and have a nice bath and get the goo off, the energetic goo and every other goo, and they feel much better. They return. They do need a nap, so they go upstairs and they lay down for a while. The nap leads to an all day nap, and they wake to the smell of something very good coming up the stairs, and they realize that is definitely pulled moose meat. No, that's venison. That's pulled venison. We're already heading down the stairs. And oh my, that could be, yes, that's German potato salad. Oh boy. Okay. Uh, Wifey's going for the grand slam. Let's see. Coconut cream pie. I knew that was coming. Oh my. She must know that we all require it. And I arrive at the table, food, of course. Yeah, yeah. Pulled venison. Oh man, on Hawaiian buns, homemade ones. And no wifey had that recipe stuck up in her head, but she does. And it's a good one. And we're enjoying it with the potato salad. And of course, there's pickled beets there, and there's gherkins. And that becomes like the vegetable, kind of. Eh, had a nice lot of, oh, well, there's more of those caramel carrots left. Well, let's go for those too. And after they eat, and they're sitting there having a big slab, and I do mean slab, not a piece, slab of coconut cream pie, and slurping and floating in the air like, it's like the best thing, and slurp and nerp and nom, yum, yum. And then they finish. And the two ladies that have been staying with them says, everything okay? Yeah, yeah, it's fine. Just normal stuff going on. Both looked like you were exhausted. Oh, we're a bit, yeah. We're better now. We've had a good nap, and you know, at that moment, the chief walks in. Well, okay, stage one on effect. Okay, what's up, Chief? He, I don't even know how to put it. He's somehow figured out a way of coming around in a way I didn't notice. Okay. So, are you okay by the way you look a little whited? Oh, I'm fine. I just had a powwow with the big guys. Oh dear. How'd that go? Nah, about as well as it usually does. At least it didn't end with God's fist in the earth like it did a couple other times. So, that's good. Uh, yeah. Well, here. Let me do something for you. But I'm ousted. I'm done. He wants to move in my house. He said he's had the vote. Everybody said, yeah, yeah, I know. I expected that. You did? I didn't. Well, that's kind of weird. How did he get the vote? How he didn't, by the way. Oh, okay. Everybody's still on your side. I just gotta make a call. Just a small one. Okay. I didn't even know you had a phone. Oh, I do of sorts. Let's just say I need to be alone for a few minutes. Oh, that's fine. No, no, I'm just gonna go upstairs, have a pizza, that coconut cream pie. If you're hungry, have everything. Like it looks like you've had a rough day. Where's your wife? Oh, there she stumbled in. And there's your little ones. Okay, well, you can stay here for a moment while we figure out how to get your house back. And it'll happen in a few minutes. Watch. He goes upstairs. He goes, woof, I'm. And he goes, okay, I'm really, that's it. Like, God, is it all right if I have a that's it moment? And God goes, yeah, that's fine. Like, there is an end to things. Okay. So he doesn't even talk about it. he just goes, kind of really still, and he goes, Moon crater 7446, activate. Crater opens, very large kind of weapon-looking thing pours out and aims at a space that looks like there's nothing in it and fires. And of course, there is something in it, and it's now sparkly and got kind of looks a little worse for wear. And then he very nicely asks God to put that back away. And he says, Now, I got your attention. Well, yeah, yeah, you're messing with this guy. You want to take your droid and send it home before I send it home in all of its parts? And you quit messing with the timeline. It was babbling about you wouldn't dare, and Joseph said, I already got permission from God to dare. That was the small gun. There's a bigger one. We can certainly use the target practice. Other than that, no, no, it's okay. Recalling droid, resetting timeline. Thank you. He goes back downstairs, says, fixed, fixed, yeah. Timeline problem. Simple. There was a big flash in the sky. Shadow had been outside at the time, doing what Shadow does sometimes, dancing around in the dark. She likes that. She saw the big flash. She goes, you might have, yeah. Joseph said, boom. Ah, yeah, did they get the point? Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. They can still fly, mostly. Would be a little bit of expense to fix it, but they fixed the timeline. Hey, everything's like it was before. Yes. Except since you were sitting here, you actually know that everything was changed back. So just enjoy your meal. It seems you are. And when you're finished, you can go home. Hmm. There won't be any problem with that particular situation again. Oh, wow. Thank you, Joseph. Well, that's what we do. And he thinks, wow, he thinks, most people would be thinking right about now that I am completely nuts. Well, mostly, yeah, in a sense. Nuts for God, completely lost in God's love and peace and joy. But sometimes you have to swing an axe or two to get people's attention. Nobody was harmed, just a few things dented. Shadow goes, they're asking us to come again. Oh, I figured they would. Well, we'll take the car again. Oh, good. I like that car. Yeah. This will be a short meeting. Wifey, when I get back, I'm gonna need a couple of those elk sandwiches you love to make. Oh yeah, not a problem. And another slab of that pie. That was awesome. So you have to go deal with it now, do you? Oh yeah, it won't be long. I'll be about an hour, and I'll be back. Yeah, I haven't been around you enough, so I will be upstairs with you for a while. Oh, okay. Well, company. Yes, yes, sorry. That's all right. That was a nice thing. You are a beautiful lady. Thank you. He gets in the caddy. Poof, he's there. He's not messing around anymore. He stops in. He goes, hello. So you were upset about me firing on that when you were trying to mess with the timeline. Well, you're supposed to warn us. No, I already told you today, earlier. You didn't think I had teeth, but I do. That's the small gun, by the way. And I look at everybody. So, have we got this sorted now? Well, you're being, I know, a bully. That's what you say, but you're the ones that's causing the problems. I could just seal this complete galaxy for the next 10,000 years. Possible. Leave you on the outside of it for 10,000 years. Have no claims, no rights in any of the planets, any of the places. Everybody looking, oh, don't do that. Yeah, I didn't think you wanted that done. So, are we good? Everything's good. That's great. Well, I brought you something. He had somehow, and don't ask how, ended up with two of those very large coconut cream pies. For those that can eat it, there you go. Well, we're out of here. We're tired. We're a little bit less than happy. And I would advise you to play nice for the next little while. It's always got to be one. It's a thing. It has to be. That guy in the corner, I won't even call him by his name, of course, stands up and goes, I don't believe you have a bigger gun. I have a super dreadnought. Yeah, yeah. You mean that thing? The thing that's smoking, clinking, and at this moment, it still has dimensional shift. Just what happened to my dreadnought? Oh, that's the bigger gun. That's actually the middle gun. That's not the big one. That's tiny. It's going to take a lot, yeah, to fix it. Yeah, but it will still go home, which I advise you take it home. He goes, well, yeah, you want to go? We go. No, no, no. I have to explain this to number one, and he ain't gonna be happy about this. Well, you started it. I finished it. That's all. And he goes, this isn't over. Of course it's not, but it is. Are you going home? Oh, yeah. And he disappeared from the table and his dreadnought passed out as he had gone. Everybody kosher now? We good? Hmm. You're being a little bit more violent than usual. I'm getting to the point where I am human. Yes, I am other things, but I am also human. And I have limits. So does God. We haven't been violent yet. You just wrecked a few pieces of tin. Nobody died yet. You just need to go and quit bugging me for a while. Let me cool down. Been a lot of nice little maneuvers, I will admit, but none of them worked because God's right where you are thinking about even now. Of course, there has to be one other one. There he is. Okay, birthday, your turn. I don't know what the size of that thing is. I think it's called a planet killer. Goodbye. What do you mean goodbye? Goodbye. All of a sudden, there's a lot more people standing there. Over 1,000 people. All kind of stuffed in corners, hanging upside, some of them hanging from ceiling, but that's all right. They're all safe. Planet Killer doesn't exist anymore. Huh? Yeah, what? That's the end of it. That was expensive. I know. Got your attention now. Yeah. Is this meeting adjourned? Very adjourned. We're leaving before you seal the universe. Apparently you can do that too. Well, I could. God says I shouldn't, but I can. He looks at them and they go, oh yeah, we're out. They all disappear. Shadow goes, well, that was fine. Where did you put the planet killer? I said, they're not going to like where I put it. And it doesn't work anymore. So it's very hard to move. But it should get their attention. Somewhere in the vastness of space sits a very large ship that doesn't work anymore in the middle of an edifice that's even bigger because number one, it's got pretty big ego. Right about now, he's screaming and yelling and talking about, the nastiness that just happened. Shadow goes, well, you dealt with that. Yes, we did. Shadow says nap. Yes, another nap. Very good. They go out, get in the caddy, it goes home. That's what it's designed to do. He arrives, sits on a table, eats a couple of elk sandwiches, so does Shadow. Goes, whoa, this has been a long day. Yeah. Bath. Yeah. I need one. Wifey goes, I'm coming too. It's been a long day, a lot of cooking. Gonna have your pie after? Yes, dear. And I'm gonna have you after. Well, I'm looking forward to that part. We'll leave it there. So, you need a blessing. Well, you need a blessing of joy, of course, and peace. And I know that story's gone weird, hasn't it? But yeah, it's going to come back into the human realm, don't worry. It's just a fictional piece, is it? Yes, I guess so. Anyway, getting back to that blessing. A blessing of joy and peace and abundance and overflow and whatever that brush in God's hand wishes to paint for you. There'll be lots of that painting. And according to God's will and wish, according to your will and wish, that can be. And we come before you, Father, and wow, you really hitting her out of the park, aren't you? Just having a good old time with a story. That's you. You are a storyteller, among other things. Many, 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 many things. You look after us, you care for us, you do so many great things for us, and we are so eternally grateful. We ask if this is the first time or the 100th time that you push back the enemy so that they can hear you. If it's the first time, let them find that Roman road. Let them find that way to be absolutely assured through a Bible reason that they are saved. And if it's the 100th time, well, then take them deeper, Lord, much deeper. Show them the depth of you and who you are and who they are. And we thank you for doing that. And we ask for grace and mercy, courage and strength. And we say thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude. Standing in awe, honor, respect, allowing all glory to flow. The Father, Spirit, Son. This is. And so this is. Amen. So, when you rest, rest well. When you wake, wake well. And know when you're that your path is well lit by God. Blessings.